You know, growing up, I always loved to skateboard. I skateboarded with my brother Mike. He was very good. I was not very good, but I learned a lot from him. I would always watch how he was able to do things that I could never do. And I would ask him questions, and he would teach me a lot. One of the things that's really important, you might not know this, but one of the things that's really important in skateboarding is landing well. Because if you don't land well, certain things can happen. You can get really hurt. You can break skateboards, and I did that a lot. And so I was starting to talk with my brother, and he was explaining to me how to land well. He's like, that's your problem, is you don't land well. I'm like, well, teach me how to do it. So he explained to me that you have to land on, the first thing is to land on the trucks. And the trucks are the metal piece under the skateboard that the wheel's attached to, and those are screwed into the wooden piece. So if you look down at a skateboard, you'll see 2 sets of 4 screws. And when you land anything, you want to try and land on those screws because that's the most firm part of the board. Pretty, okay, great, that helped. And he also said you have to land softly. You have to bend your knees when you kind of absorb what's happening there. So like, okay, great. So I started practicing. He was helping me. He'd coach me on it. And I was getting better. I was landing softly. I was able to jump off higher things, and it was great. It was a lot of fun. We went to a skate park one day. My stepdad, Keith, drove us because we weren't able to drive it. He took me, my brothers, and my friend up to a skate park in Michigan. We were skating around. It was a lot of fun. And I get up. I get an idea. I'm like, I'm going to try something a little bit bigger. So I got on top of this thing called a quarter pipe. If you don't know what that is, it's just, you think about a half pipe, and you just cut it in half, and it's just that part. It's just the quarter of it. And so I got on top of it, and I was like, I'm going to skate off the side of it, and then, and I'll land softly, I'll ride away, and it's going to be great. People think I'm cool, it's going to be awesome. So I get up on top of the quarter pipe, and I look over, and Keith, my stepdad, he's filming with the camcorder, because phones didn't film back then, so he's filming me, and I'm looking, I'm like, this is going to be awesome. I'm going to jump off the side. I'm going to land smooth. He's going to get it all on camera. I'm going to ride away. People there are going to think I'm cool. And then I'm going to put this video on my MySpace, and those people are going to think I'm cool. Yeah, I got you there, didn't I? So I was going to do that, and I'm super excited. So I get up there. I'm looking at him, and I give it a push, and I give it a kick, and I'm looking down at it the whole time going like, land softly on the trucks, land softly, land softly. It's like slow motion. You know what I did? I didn't land softly. I landed harder than I've ever landed. So hard, in fact, that an excruciating pain shot up through my foot into my leg, and it crippled me into the fetal position in the middle of the skate park. And I'm laying there thinking, what did I just do? What happened? And I can hear some people laughing around, because when you fall in skating, people laugh, because it's kind of a way to encourage, I know it sounds weird, but it's like, ha, bro, okay, it's good, get up. Well, I wasn't getting up because it hurt a lot. And at some point, I hear my friend Chris walking toward me, and I couldn't see him, but I could hear him because he was cool, and he wore a wallet chain right here, so he had that on. And he's walking over me. I could hear it jingling, and he walks up to me, and I'm not kidding. This is what he did. My friend did this. He goes, poof, and he kicks me in the foot and goes, you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm not okay. I'm in the fetal position in the middle of a skate park. This is the most uncool thing I've ever done. I'm not okay, and you just kicked me in my foot, and it really hurts. He walks away. Stepdad's filming. I see the video later. He's laughing the whole time. My family is all laughing at it. I think it's hilarious. And I'm sitting there going, you guys don't understand. I'm in a lot of pain. And they're probably thinking like, oh, just get up. It'll be fine. But I'm laying there for a while. Eventually somebody comes over and they help me up and get me off the pavement so I'm not in people's way. I realized later that person was not anybody in my family. It wasn't my stepdad. It wasn't my brothers. It wasn't my friend. It was some rando at the skate park that actually felt bad for me. So I'm by myself. I'm just alone. But anyways, my family takes me to the emergency room because at this point they realize maybe there's something going on here, but probably not. So they take me to the emergency room. I get there, do an x-ray. The doctor comes in and he says, okay, so you did break your foot. You broke a bone in your foot. Okay, good, that's cool. It's not a big deal. I'm thinking in my head like, I could do this. I've never broken a bone before, but I'll get to wear a cast, which means I'll get to leave class early, and I could be late to class too, which is crazy. People will sign it. I'll get some attention, probably from the girls in school. It'll be kind of cool. This would be great. And then he looks at me and goes, you broke your growth plate. And I was like, what is a growth plate? What is that? And he goes, no, it's okay. I'm like, I, of all people, have to break the growth plate? What does that mean? And he's like, I got some good news, though. I'm like, what's the good news? He goes, you have a lot of room to grow. And I was like, right now? Really? I just was at the skate park where my whole family's laughing at me as I'm sitting there hurting, and now you, doctor professional, are making short jokes? Are you serious? Now, if you're joining us from any other campus or you're online, you might not realize this, because then he said you're going to grow into that growth plate, but you might not see this. I didn't do that. I didn't grow into the growth plate. He either removed it or gave it to my little brother who's 6 foot tall, so I didn't get it. And the reason why I'm telling you this story is because I think all of us have been there in that spot in our lives. I mean, you're not obviously laying in the fetal position at a skate park and having short jokes made at you, most of you, because most of you aren't short. But we've all been there where we feel kind of isolated. where we feel kind of like outside of. Maybe even in the context of our own family, we feel different.